Welcome to the Paige Trippin Podcast. I'm Paige, the nervous system coach, mom of four, and the creator of emotional fire drills. This is your safe space to unlearn the pressure, reconnect to your body, and remember who you are underneath it all. We're not stuck, we're just dysregulated. Let's trip. Welcome back to another episode of the Paige Trippin Podcast, Unlearning, Growing, and Getting Real AF. I'm Paige Tripp, your host, your friend, and your real AF lady, just working on her own healing, sharing the journey with all of you. So in today's episode, what WTF, I'm not going to say the whole thing, WTF just happened. The trippy trauma responses in our body. So really quick, I don't like to dive too deep into too much science, but I never knew what trauma was until it started to show up in my parenting. And it really freaked me out, to be honest, because I was just sitting here, hanging with my kids, and they would do something or ask me something or respond to me in a way that would jolt my body into like attack mode. And when I say attack mode, I mean like really snippy, and I'm snapping, really snippy like remarks, like, don't talk to me that way. Like, who do you think you are? And I'd get these little sassinesses, and I'd be like, why did I just do that? Like, to my kid, like, what? I don't even really give a shit about this content. I don't care. Like, I don't care about this. Why am I yelling? I don't understand. And what was happening was that I had trauma around things. I had belief systems that were formed from responses that my parents had or educators had or people had around me that developed stories within me. And there's so much information about trauma. So there's big trauma, little trauma, there's all different types of trauma. And what I like to view trauma as is during your development or during your life, you experience moments, I like to call them loving bitch slaps, or just like bitch slaps to your existence that cause a blip in your growth. So let's break it down. What do I mean? Well, okay, let's focus on me. What do I want to focus on today? What do I want to bring up? Oh my gosh, I can go on. There's so many. Let's see. Looking at my notes that I wrote to see if maybe something will stick out to me. Okay, so nothing's sticking out on my show notes, but basically, I believed for the longest time that I was the reason why everyone in my family was mad at me. Because I was the one with the biggest emotions in my house, right? So I thought that when I had an emotion or when I came into the room, everybody just didn't like me. That was just like my story. And the reason behind this, there was a few reasons. One, I was the quiet one when we would go out, so I feel like people never really noticed me compared to my sister and brother, because they were, the outgoing ones, the ones that were good in sports. They stood out, right? And I was usually either the quiet one or the troublemaker or the kid that was mediocre in sports. So I didn't feel like I stood out. And again, this is my story. So my parents might hear this, or my family might hear this, and they'd be like, okay, middle child syndrome. And maybe they're right, who knows? But it's my story, and it's my experience, right? It's my belief. And I had moments in my life where people have told me, if you would just stop doing this, then this wouldn't happen. Then these people wouldn't feel this way. And so I really adopted that story for a long time. And there's still moments that I'm like, ooh, there it is, popping its little trauma head out of the hole and be like, hey, remember me? You're the problem, and everything you do is wrong. It makes everyone around you feel like crap. Reality, not true. We like to call my trauma Peggy. Peggy is a real pain in my ass, but she has good intentions. She's trying to keep me safe. She walks in the room and says, remember, you are annoying to people, so keep your mouth shut. Don't act like a nerd. You're gonna annoy your children. Like, that is trauma, right? At some point in my life, there has been a moment, a blip, a bitch slap, or whatever you want to call it, that to other people are like, that's not a serious trauma. Like, you're so crazy. Yeah, I know. Logically, I know that it's not a big deal, right? It's like, there are people dying, and I'm sitting here and being like, oh, I'm not good enough. Like, grow up. Like, no. Again, my last episode, you're not the only one. Your trauma, your emotions, your issues are huge to you. And it does not take away from their, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Their oh my gosh, I can't think of the word. It doesn't take away the fact that this trauma, whether it's a big T or a little t, I know there's like so many things about trauma. It doesn't matter if your issues, we'll call them, if we don't want to use the word trauma. If your beliefs and your issues and your challenges and your struggles, and I can go on with all the words, are big or small in comparison to the world and everyone else's issues, it does not matter, because that issue, that trauma, that thing is holding you back. It's holding you back. It is your trigger. It is your emotional flashbacks. It is the body tensing up before a moment that is reflecting to you the experiences that you had as a child, right? Like, when I have big feelings starting to rise, I can feel I'm starting to have panic. I'm starting to worry. I'm getting frustrated because everyone's calling my name at the same time and touching me and needing me. And I can see my reactions becoming bigger and bigger. And I look to my husband's face and I go, oh my God, look at you. You are annoying him. You are annoying your kids. You are the problem. This is why your family is the way it is. Like, you're having, and then I catch myself now. But in the past, that's the spiral I would go on. I would have these big feelings, and the trigger would be, you're a problem because you have big feelings. You can't just experience life. You have to feel it deeply and explode like a bomb in front of everybody, and you look like a pure idiot. Those were the beliefs that I would say to myself. And I sit here and I kind of laugh a little bit because I'm like, wow, like, okay, I see it. Wow, that's really not a big deal when you think about the world and its state that we're in. But to me, the belief that I was a problem because I had feelings that I couldn't control was very traumatic for me, because we're human. We're an emotional species. We literally live our life through feeling, from sight, taste, touch, smell, all the feelings, all of your senses. We literally live through emotion. And I can't feel emotions, because if I feel emotions, I'm a bad person. I'm a bad girl. I need to go to my room and be alone. Like, these are thoughts that I have all the time. So, like, even to describe to somebody, I'm a highly sensitive person. I have a very sensitive nervous system. So the sounds, touch, smells, tastes are very amplified in my system. Here is an example. I told my husband the other day, I said, I know that my emotions bother you sometimes because they're so deep and so big, and it's a curse and a blessing all at once, because the majority of our population is not feeling joy and sadness and all the amazing feelings that I feel every day at such deep depth in my soul. Like, the beauty of something will move me in ways that probably someone will never feel. And laughter is actually extremely painful for my body. And people will laugh. They're like, what? This makes sense. I'm like, no, there are moments where when it's so funny, I will laugh and I will need to escape the laughter, because it feels like my body is going to implode. It is so intense, and it's a joyful feeling, but it is so intense in my body that I'm like, oh my God, I got to crawl out of my skin. Like, I can't, like, this is too much. It's like if you've ever been held down and tickled. and you want it to stop. That's what laughter can feel like in my body. It's like, stop it, I'm gonna throw punch you. Like, I need you to stop this feeling. Like, I can't laugh like that sometimes because it's painful. So if laughter hurts me that bad, imagine what somebody's words can do to somebody who feels so deeply. And that's what I experienced. And your emotional flashbacks to moments, like sometimes you might not even realize when it actually happened or what actually happened, but the emotions that come with those moments when your kids are back talking to you and you think, oh my God, I'm a failure as a parent because my kid is challenging me, because I was not allowed to challenge people, or you were not allowed to do this behavior, right? Like, you so often hear parents say things like, if I talked to my parents like that, they would have whooped me, or they would have did this. And it's like, that's an emotional trigger you're having, sir or ma'am. Like, you don't realize that affected you, and that is a form of emotional triggers and responses to the world. Those are little blips, right, that create a reality. And to me, I view trauma in a form of, if it caused you to form a limiting belief about yourself that causes you to not live to your full potential, then it is a trauma, right? Like, if I'm going to go and like break my hand and I have to get such severe surgery that I will no longer be able to use my hand to its full potential, that is viewed as trauma, right? Like, that trauma compared to being paralyzed is totally different, right? But it's still a trauma, because now I can't open a jar. I need someone to help me, right? I can't do something that is to the full potential that I know I could if my hand was healthy. So the best part of this, though, is sometimes physical trauma is not reversible, but mental trauma, you can create new neural pathways, and you can rewire the way your body responds to trauma through things like EDMR, somatic movement, bilateral movement. There's so many things that you can release the pressure to. And if you focus and you integrate this into a lifestyle, rather than just like, okay, I'm going to do this movement and I'm going to feel all better. That's you're tripping. You are straight tripping. Like, you are tripping, because the trauma occurred, it happened to you. It is not going away. It never will leave you forever. Like, it is a part of who you are now. But it does not affect you the way that it used to anymore, because you are showing up differently. You are rewiring your belief about this. And it's really important to understand that, like, when you have a stress response, there's 4 different types, right? So we have fight, which is the aggressor, like someone who like will fight back physically, emotionally, mentally, whatever it is. Then we have the flight, the person who runs away from the trauma, and all those things. They like don't want to face it. They just run. Like, peace out. You look like you're about to threaten me in some way. I'm out of here. Bye. Run. You have the fawn, which is people pleasing. So it's like, okay, oh, I'm sorry. Let me like pull my tears back in. I'll never cry around that person. I'll go cry in the bathroom by myself and then make sure like don't look like I'm crying, right? Fight, flight, fawn, or freeze. The people who just like stand there and like take it, right? They take the abuse, or they take the situation and just like allow, right? We just like freeze. We're like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm like, just gotta stand there and look like an idiot, because I really don't know what to. Not an idiot, because I don't know. Because there's times like I freeze too. Mostly I'm a fighter and a fawner. I don't think I've done much other. I either people please or I fight you. It just depends on where I am mentally. But when we understand that our body responds to trauma and stress and things like this, based on the way we are as a human, like we grow up in environments that teach us how to respond to stress, that were safest for us. Like my family, we just said what we wanted and went like, bye. Like, okay, good. Bye. Love you. Like, I just ripped you a new a-hole, but you are good. And I love you, because if I didn't love you, I wouldn't say my piece to you. And wrong, of course, because it's hurtful, but it's just part of life, right? It's part of healing. It's part of growing up. It's part of learning. But we have the ability to truly just navigate life and take the traumas or the blips or the moments of time that hold you back or hold you down or whatever it is you want to say about this, because there's so many different views on trauma. I don't want to just pick one, because you all are different and we all are going to experience this different. But there's something that's occurring multiple times in your subconscious that is making you feel the way that you're feeling, cruddy, and you just don't know how to navigate it. And good news, you're not alone. Again, like the last time, you're not the only one. And there are so many scientific studies that state that you are able to rewire and start again. And if you are somebody who is ready to learn this, you want to educate yourself or navigate this and take yourself from being held back and held down by the things that are holding you back, or you want to step forward and say, I am no longer choosing to let this trauma or this moment define me and keep me stuck, then you have found the right place, because you can grab my Emotional Fire Drills workbook and start today. It's I think $17.99 on my website, or you can jump into my private coaching or my group coaching, which is about 8 weeks long. It takes 8 weeks to rewire your nervous system and really start getting you clear on what it is that's stopping you and rewiring it. And for each trauma, you're going to want to do the 5-step program, which is called PAUSE, or Emotional Fire Drills, or PAUSE. So you're planning and preventing, you're assessing what's going on, you're understanding the depths of where it came from and how to navigate it and what you need. And then you're learning to stop the stories, and then creating effective fire drills that you can take with you and not have to workshop over and over and over again, but to really fully integrate. You wake up and you're like, oh my God, here's this one. Okay, what do I do? Pull it out. And it's such a beautiful framework that I've used multiple times in my own life, and I am so excited to bring it to you. So if that's something you're into, either email me or apply. There's going to be applications in the show notes below, so simply just jump on there and do that, or reach out through Instagram at Paige Trippin on Instagram, or email me at pagetrippin1@gmail.com, and let's get you started on this journey today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for tripping. Be real with yourself. Remember, you're not the only one, and I'm so glad to have you here with me. See you in the next episode. You made it through another episode of the Paige Trippin podcast, and I'm so damn proud of you. Remember, we're not stuck. We're just dysregulated, and you don't have to figure it all out alone. If you're ready to take this work deeper, to actually feel safe in your body, move through stress without spiraling, and build real nervous system strength, I'd love to support you. You can work with me one-on-one, join my group coaching program, or dive into my online membership at your own pace. Just head to the link in the show notes or find me on Instagram at Paige Trippin. Your body's ready. Your power's not gone. It's just been waiting. That's it for this episode. Keep tripping, and I'll see you next time.